men verily swear by the greater, and an oath for confirmation is to them an end of all strife. Wherein God, willing more abundantly to show unto the heirs of promise the immutability of his counsel, confirmed it by an oath, that by two immutable things, in which it was impossible for God to lie, we might have a strong consolation, who have fled for refuge to lay hold upon the hope set before us, which hope we have as an anchor of the soul, both sure and steadfast, and which entereth into that within the veil, whither the forerunner is for us entered, even Jesus, made a high priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. Let me speak with you on the subject of hope for a short moment. And I pray the Spirit of God will make it manifest in your spirit to hold on to this word. Yeah. That many of us go through trials and we go through tribulations and we endure a lot of trying things in our life. But God gave us this one thing. Yep. And it is called hope. Of Abraham, when he speaks to us, he makes us understand that after he had endured for a while, then he obtained whatever he had hoped for. Yeah. And that we must note that we have to endure some things. Unless we understand that in this walk of life and of this faith, we will go through things. I don't know which Bible you are reading, for Christ said, in the world you will have trouble. But be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. But which hope we have as an anchor of our soul. Which hope we have as an anchor. You see, when a captain and his crew leaves the shores of whatever town and goes into the sea, they have all the hope that whatever they go to do, fish or whatever, they have this hope that they will come back home and they will not perish in the sea. And as they drive off, the captain will also make sure that he checks that there are things that need to be present in his boat as he takes for the journey. And one of the things which is a crucial thing, at first it doesn't seem that it is crucial or it is important, because it is not driving the ship, it is not steering the ship, but he makes sure that there is an anchor on board, because he is planning for the journey, that if and only if there is, and by chance there's a storm in the sea, I know I have an anchor that I will drop out of my boat, and this anchor will hold the boat during the period of the storm. And this hope which we have, I hope you know and you have your own hope, but this hope, which is Christ, we have as an anchor of our souls, that even when the boat may be in the midst of the storm, right in the sea, the captain can call just to say, pull up the anchor and let it stabilize the ship so that we do not perish. Saints, we all must have this hope, and it acts as an anchor holding us together. Because when the storms come, the winds blew, Christ says, and the floods came, and then when they beat upon you, but because we have this anchor, which is a hope, we have this hope as an anchor for our souls. We do not perish in the storm, but we get out of the storm as if we have never been in the storm. Well, Paul writes in the book of Romans, chapter number 5, 24 and 25. And he says, but we are saved by hope. This hope that man seeth, it is not hope. Because we have to hope in this thing that we can't see. You see, I get a lot of questions. But what is this God of yours doing? But what is this faith of yours doing for you? Because look at you, trouble on every side. But I have this hope as an anchor, because when the boat is rocked, and when the boat is beat about, and when the winds come from directions and beat upon this ship, this one thing I know, that I can only pull out the anchor, and this anchor will go down into the sea. It will go down into the sea, find a place to hold on to, just as it grabs on a rock or whatever surface that is strong enough to hook on, and the ship on the top gets to be stabilized. And we have this hope. I hope you understand that we have this hope as an anchor of the soul. And we must continue walking on, because this hope you can't live behind. That make sure whatever you do, whatever journey you embark on, make sure this anchor is present. When you make your risk assessment for where you are going, I know someone hears me. I know Deacon Lee can hear me, because in the military, they make sure before they even go out somewhere, they check that I cannot be found wanting in the presence of an enemy. And therefore they prepare. And God has been speaking the message of hope, knowing that troubles will make others fall on the way. God has been speaking a message of hope to the church, because he knew there'll become times like this where the church cannot come together. But if we have this hope as an anchor, the church won't die because we can't go and meet in the sanctuary. The church won't die because saints fail to come together, but we are strengthened thereby where we are, knowing that this hope is an anchor for our souls. Do you need an anchor? You need that anchor. Don't go into deep sea without your anchor. Don't go or take your journey without your anchor, for we need that anchor. After he had endured, then he obtained. We must understand these things, that after you have endured, only can you obtain. But what's keeping you, what's holding you together in between the endure and the obtain, something needs to hold you together between your waiting period and your manifestation period. You need something that's going to hold you together. And when the Bible tells me that it is that hope, Romans 8, I believe it's 5, and it says, for we know that we go through tribulation, but tribulation worketh patience. Then patience, experience. Here it is. Experience, then worketh hope. And this hope is the one that holds you together. There must be something holding you together in between your promise and your manifestation. Don't go, saints. You see, it seems as if it's an easy message to preach, but I want you, whoever you have been praying, maybe it's been a year, maybe it's been 2 years, maybe it's even more than 5 years. You've been coming to God for this one thing, and hope starts to win away. And strength is therefore eaten up, Crowdy says, and the strength in your figure begins to fail you. Yeah. When you have asked God for this thing, and the answer, according to Evangelist Hamilton, is still maybe, what's holding you together in between this period that you are in? I'm a witness that you sometimes can pray and God is just silent on what you're praying for. You'll be powerful on one area of your life. Get on the pulpit, speak a message. Someone is encouraged. Get into your bedroom and tears fall down your eyes because no answer comes to you. I'm a witness that you can be strong on this area and be weak on this one area. I'm a witness as I speak right now. I might feel that I'm okay, but I know I'm not. You can come to church and be that the church requires you to be, but then get back into your own home and you're still crying for a job even after 3 years. But what's holding you together in between your promise and the manifestation? But this hope. This hope that God gives, we have as an anchor. Something should be anchoring you. I still say to my wife, it will be well. Sometimes I look at her and you can see she doesn't understand. Sometimes we talk and you can see that even her patience is no longer good enough for me. But I still have this message, God will make it all right. Because I know that I have this hope as an anchor. It might not come right now. I might not achieve it maybe, but this one thing I know, that I have this hope as an anchor. Well, my children being at home the whole day, waiting for them, a wife working on your behalf. I must be the provider, but I hold on to this thing that I have this hope, which acts as an anchor for me, knowing that after I have endured, God will bring it to pass. That you must have that thing that's holding you together to bring you forth from your promise and to your manifestation. This hope we have as an anchor for our souls. God bless you. It is my prayer. Please, Brother Kolani, make announcements.